Play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. They'll try again with Elliott. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Ryan wants to throw it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Ryan to throw. He sets to fire deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that. Yeah, there was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is brought in at the 21. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. A good pickup there at 22. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for two and go for the win. Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for two.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is taken at his 4. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. They go play action here on first down. He's going to air one out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. 10 yards still left on second down. Now Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And out now come the Cowboys. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. They go to Elliott again. And he'll be knocked down sideways. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Toss left to Elliott. And some room to maneuver. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They run again with Morris. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. 3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Here comes the first throw in OT for Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And here now come the Falcons. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that's not a call you see every day. A toss play inside their own 10-yard line. Takes a little bit of brass right there, and they're able to get a little bit of yardage.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now what can Ryan do here in overtime? Anthony Hitchens. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Here's Matt Bosher now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And he'll take it just outside the 40. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 15. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Flushed out right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. They picked up a first down and a whole lot more. Forget about just looking for the sticks. They went well beyond the stick.
I know they were talking about guarding the sticks on defense. They didn't guard them very well. They got a big-time completion on a 3rd down. That's almost a backbreaker, isn't it? In overtime, every play's importance is magnified. And that one could turn out to be huge.
Going deep here for... And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending.